There we go. Okay, well, everyone, welcome to Maximize Your Membership. This today, really, what we're doing is we want to help you get the most out of your membership because you know, all those times when you sign up for something and there's one thing that you kind of were really interested in, and then you forget what all the other benefits are, or you don't get using them, and then time goes on and you don't. We want you to get the most out of it. So that's what we're here for today. My name is Lynn Pelzer. I am the COO at FemCity. I have been with FemCity for 9 years, and I started, like all of you, as a member. And I found it when I was in Florida, visiting my place there in Fort Myers, and I fell in love with FemCity and the vibe, and it just felt so different. So when I came back to Canada, I was connected with Violet to launch a chapter here. So I was the president of the Toronto chapter for a number of years, and then moved into different roles with FemCity. So it's been a beautiful journey for me, absolutely, and I'm happy to be here and share with you, and from my own experience, share with you what I think the best benefits are that we're going to get the most out of it. Well, let's see if I'm going to be able to move my. There we go. Oops, too far. All right, everyone can see the screen. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. So a little bit about FemCity. I think most of you that are on today, but there might be people listening to the recording afterward that haven't joined at all yet. Maybe they're not a member at all. So you know nothing about FemCity. The image you see is of Violet de Ayala. She is our founder, our CEO. And 16 years ago, she started FemCity, and it has been a labor of love for her, absolutely. When she was she's from Miami, Florida, and she just couldn't find what she wanted for women's networking. She was going to events that just felt all wrong. And they really felt wrong because they were still somehow male dominated in the conversations. They were still dominated by men doing trainings and speaking in front of the room. And she wanted something different that felt yummy. That's her word. Yummy. She wanted this feeling of like where women could be together and feel like they're in a really safe place where they can really grow together and build real connections instead of, passing out business cards and getting nowhere. So that's where she started. And now we have around 50 chapters, 52 maybe. We've got a couple that are on the go right now, launching. So we are in Canada and US. We have a community launching in Dubai. We have an international chapter. So we have a lot going on. It's very excited. So it is women owned, women owned certified. We have partnered in the past with Google, Yelp, Mercedes-Benz, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, Veronica Beard, much more to that list as well. And a couple of things you may not know is FemCity has a scholarship fund. So we actually just gave out some scholarships, or decided on the scholarships. They haven't actually been given out yet. You'll hear about that very soon. To some women-owned businesses that were part of FemCity. And so it's a really beautiful thing. We work on this during the year to collect funds for that, to be able to help some women that are starting out in their businesses move forward. And we also have a girls program, and our girls program it's all online. It's under our free resources where young girls between the ages of 12 and 18 can go through some of the classes that we have in there geared towards young girls wanting to think about what they're going to do later in their life. So we've really geared it there as well. And if you have a great idea, let us know. If you have something you think would be great for that girls program, if you are a girl a woman who has, young girls in your life somewhere, we'd love to hear your ideas too. So please share it with us too. All right, so free community membership. Some of you may have started with this, have this, or not have this yet. Our free community membership, it's free. It's kind of, you're dipping a toe. You may not be getting all of the benefits yet, but the benefits you can get from it are you can attend the local events. Your ticket price is likely going to be higher because it's a benefit to have a lower ticket price to those events when you are a member. We have a robust Facebook group. It is called the FemCity Community Facebook group. We have, I think, 2.8 thousand members at this time, and we do activities in there. So if you're not part of that group, it's a great group to be in. There are activities where you can meet other women, do coffee chats, follow each other on LinkedIn, Instagram, all those kind of things. Share gratitude, shout outs. We want to try and have some great activity going in there as well that you can do outside of your local events. And then every month we have a free master class. We have classes actually every week, but the free master class is sent out to the community members as well. And we've got a few examples at the bottom of the classes that we did recently, and they were Violet who did them. So they're awesome. And our local business membership. So many of you, this is probably what you're wanting to know. What are the benefits and how to use them? So just to go a quick overview on it, but then touch on a few things a little deeper. Local events at a discount definitely is a great benefit. We have virtual networking. Right now we do it on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. That virtual networking is going to go away in this summer. We're going to be replacing with a panel. So if you get a chance, I would say in the next couple of weeks, sign up for the virtual networking. You'll find it on the website and you will be able to register for that and meet women all across North America in particular. And you're going to find that it's an hour long and you just kind of get in and get out fairly quickly, but it's a great place to meet other women. So I put it on your list. We do weekly live classes with experts, and those classes are on Tuesdays at 1 p.m. and it's Eastern. So actually, I think everyone who's on the call listing right now, I think is in Eastern time. But for others that are listening to the replay, all of the times on the website are in Eastern. So in case you're wondering, hopefully that doesn't add any confusion to anyone. Once a month, Violet does a group coaching. It's the last Tuesday of the month, again at 1 p.m. Eastern. You need to register for it, but I want to just give you a little explanation of what it is. People forget that it's available. If you have a question that you would like to ask somebody with a lot of experience in business, go on that group coaching and ask Violet. And you also, when you're on there, there's going to be other people asking things. You'll be learning through their questions as well. It could be anything from branding, scaling. I just have a question about how to formulate my pitch. You can go on there and Violet's going to give you that help live. So it's really great. We also do programs, retreats, special events. We do Galentine's. We have a conference that's going to be coming up in Miami, and it is going to be on November 1st. I think it's going to be a maximum of 100 women, and the topic is wealth. So it's going to be great. Maybe you want to travel there. The price point is, of course, there's different price points for different membership level, but I believe it's $150 for non-members or community members, $125 if you have a business membership, and it's $100 for the event if you have a founder's membership, which is, some of you may know about that one already. We have a member directory feature. So you can go on there and look up people that you want to find for yourself that you need help with, but you also get featured in that directory as well. So people can find you, and it's really beautiful. So have a look at that when you get a chance. It's under free resources on the website. You'll see there. We have a library of classes. When we do the classes, we record them. So if you're, for instance, if you're looking to learn something and you really want to learn it from another female entrepreneur's perspective, these are the great classes to take. Maybe it's about YouTube. Maybe it's about LinkedIn. Maybe it's about branding, marketing. We also have some classes on there that are more wellness based and more around women and their health issues, things like that. So go on there. You could just look through the directory and see what you can find. There's a lot of great classes there. I also, when I was a member myself, would go and look at these classes and learn something and then sort of teach some of that content, a little snippet. When I was looking for my own content for my personal branding, and name the person that that taught the class, which is always beautiful for them, a little share. But it just gives you some great content of something to share as well, if that's something that you like to do. And we have self-guided worksheets. Maybe you want to work through some of the worksheets. Go and have a look at them. Those are all under the free resources as well. Our Founders Circle membership, you may not be looking for this information if you're on here today. It is a different level of membership that has tons of more, accelerated growth type of features, and you work closely with Violet. And if you are interested in that, I just want to mention that she is running a once a month sort of like this, where she's sharing information about that Founders Circle membership, so you can see if it is for you, and ask her some more deeper questions about it. And let me just see, I wrote down, when is she doing it? This is just new. The third Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. So she'll be doing it similar to this to register for that if you're interested to think about an upgrade. And I want to talk mostly about the top 3 ways to start. So you've heard about some of the membership benefits, but I want to go a little deeper into it. So when you join that community Facebook group, you could just be part of it and just be a number. Or you could go in and have a look at it and see what's happening every day. If you're a person who uses Facebook, I would go in and just have a little check and see what's happening in there. There are so many women that you can meet through that group. We have activities that are happening there. You can share things there. Of course, we don't want any spammers, like, how some people will just put tons of stuff. That usually gets ignored a little bit by others. But if you want to get into that group, and for instance, find some other women to get to know through the coffee chats. Once a month, we have a post that goes up. Anybody that wants to join a coffee chat, they put their name in the comments, and people connect with each other to book some coffee chats, virtual coffee chats, doing the LinkedIn following, doing Instagram following, and also doing some shout outs, so that you can uplift other women inside the group. So definitely it's a great place if you are looking to just expand your network. I would go into that group and pay some attention there. Number 2, and this is probably where people spend the most of their time with their membership, and for good reason, is attending your local events. If you're not sure about your events, when they are or when they're coming up, reach out to the president. They want to be able to help you with that. They want you to be able to help you find out, if this is something for you. You'll see actually on our website under locations, if you don't know how to reach out to the president of your chapter, or if you're not in a chapter yet, you'll see the location, and there you can find the person who's running the chapter and ask them what's coming up. Each chapter does have their own webpage. So if you were looking for, you would put FemCity Toronto, for example, you would find it. Although FemCity Toronto is on a pause right now for anyone that's listening to it. I know we have one. So that you can also go onto that page, and then you'll be able to link to where their events are as well. But get those events in your calendar. Often the chapters will hold their events on the same day and same time each month. Not all of the chapters do that. Some of them have more than one in a month. Pick the one you want to do and get it in your calendar, get registered for it, and go. Often I see what happens is people will say, I just kind of keep missing the events, and so I'm going to let my membership go, because they just have missed the opportunity to get in on it. So I would definitely get that on your list. We also have 2 virtual chapters. So I know it mentions it here, virtual events. We have a virtual Canada and a virtual US chapter. And just so there isn't any confusion about it, they function like a local, meaning they are for anybody in Canada, anybody in the US, but they're only one chapter. So it's not like if you belong to Hamilton, for example, you would also be part of Canada virtual. They are 2 different things. It's kind of the catch-all for anyone else who isn't going to in-person events. Yeah. And coffee chats, I mentioned about the coffee chats, and I was mentioning it in finding them through going into the Facebook group. But the other way to do it is when we're on something like this. So we do live the mentorship on Mondays. We do a mentorship class. And that mentorship class, you'll have a chance to meet other women on it. The way we are on it now, you could put your information in the chat, which if you want to, you could do that right now. If any of you are interested in meeting up with each other for coffee chats, you just put it into the chat when you're on any of our live events or virtual events. You want to just say, hey, I'm interested in coffee chats and just put a link for someone to reach out to you. These are the ways that I think moving your membership forward or moving your business forward by meeting other women and participating in what we have. Those are probably the top three ways. I know it notes at the bottom the group coaching, which we mentioned. So actually, I think what I'll do just to keep it nice and clean for you is tell you what we have going on in the week so that you can think about what you'd like to participate in. Mondays at 1 o'clock Eastern, we have a mentorship. This is not the one with Violet. It's with Founder Circle members who are experts in their area. So you'll see who it is that's doing it, what their kind of area of expertise is. So how cool if you are looking at, I really need some help with, my website. And the person who's doing the mentorship, that's their area of expertise. You can go onto that mentorship class and bring a couple of questions and they will work through it with you. They'll be saying, what are you working on right now? That's sort of the format of how we do it. What are you working on right now? What can I help you with? And just talk through it. It's really cool to be able to hear other women asking their questions and then also be able to do it for yourself. So that's Mondays at 1 p.m. You do need to register for it. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., we have a live class every week. So, you can go and look at our calendar of events. So when you go onto the website, you're going to be able to see the calendar of events under business membership. So that's where you'll find that. And that's where you also register. You just click on it to register. Currently, right now, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. as well, we have our virtual networking. And that's going to move into in the summer to doing a panel discussion where we have 2 to 3 women doing a panel discussion. You can go onto it live, listen, ask questions as well if you like. But for the virtual networking, I get onto it right now before it takes a hiatus and just book yourself into that as well. And then once a month, Violet does her mentorship group coaching, and that's on the last Tuesday of the month at 1 p.m. So those are the items that we have going right now that you have an option to. If it was me, I would go in and kind of book into all of those things. I would book them all, see which one you like the most, and then put it into your schedule, which things you can use. And most of the things that we are running classes and things, if you register for it and you can't attend, because of course we know things happen, you're working on your business during the day, we send out the recordings. At least you can get it afterwards as well. Okay. Mentioning just we're doing a Sicily getaway. There are a couple spots, so if you're a member, you're able to come to that. And we're going September 14th for 1 week. So we do have a group of women that are already registered to go, and that it is a May 19th deadline. But I'm just mentioning that because you never know, maybe somebody's wanting to go to Sicily and you never went before. And we have support. So the other thing for you, if you want to write this down and keep note of it somewhere, I mean, it's simple, hello@femcity.com. If you have any issues that you need to work through or ideas, if you want to share something that you think would be a great class you'd like to see us teach, a program, something you'd like us to run, send a message there. That will go to Kyra, who is our administrative assistant. She helps with any support of like your membership, anything you're having any issues with, you want to change, you want to upgrade. If there's something you need help with, she'll help with that. But also she'll share it on to Violet and I as well. You can also email me, Lynn@FemCity.com, if there's anything that you also need help with, because we love to do that as well. We just want to help you out. All right, so that's what I have for you in the slides, but I also have questions that were sent in. And I'm not sure if it's from anyone that's on here today now. I'd like to answer the questions, but I think first I will ask if anybody has a question here in case you have to jump off before I get through answering these ones. Does anyone have a question or comment?
Hi, Lynn. Denise Lowe here.
Oh, hi, Denise.
Hi. Just a quick question, and unfortunately, I do need to jump off. I'm heading to Toronto for a meeting.
Okay.
But my question was just, and I put it in the group chat, was just, can you visit other chapters? Like if I'm traveling somewhere, can I look up a chapter and then visit there?
Great question. So with the Founder Circle membership, you have access to all chapters. It's kind of a global membership. But if you have a membership to one like Markham, then you're only going to Markham. Yeah. And you can do the virtual Wednesday things as well. But yeah, the business membership is for one location.
Okay,
Thank
that's good.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone else have a question? Okay. I will, if you need to jump off, go ahead. I'm going to keep recording as well. But we did have a question if there was any participation requirements. No, there are not. Are there in-person meetings? Yes, every location has in-person meetings except the virtual ones. Somebody asked the question, how to best showcase my business? Here's how I would do it. First of all, I would add yourself to the directory. So if you're a member right now and you have not added your information to the directory, please do that. How you do that is go to the FemCity website, go to free resources, and underneath there you'll see directory. You'll be able to read through a little bit about what the directory is, and then there's a place to click where it says edit or add your directory. So I would definitely do that. Um, I would do the Facebook activities that I was talking to you about. Get your business more visible by having more people following you through social medias, Instagram, LinkedIn. I would also do the coffee dates so that you can share. And on the coffee dates or the coffee chats, you really want it to be a mutual conversation where you're hearing about the other person's business, you're sharing about yours, and thinking about how you can help each other. It's not a sales conversation. We really don't want that to be happening, that people get on a coffee chat and feel like they're being sold to. But you do want to share what you're doing, right? You want to be top of mind and share, this is what I'm doing, this is what I have to offer, and see how you can help each other for sure. And locally in your chapter, I would say, ask your president if there's any opportunities. Sometimes there are opportunities for speaking or sharing at the local events. Each chapter does it a little bit differently. They have the leeway to do that. But sometimes you might be able to share about your business. They may have something where we allow a certain number of people. Maybe it's a sponsor the coffee, event and you get to share about your business. But just check in with your local president and see if there's any other opportunities there. Another question, how does FemCity help entrepreneurs? We've probably talked a lot about that already, but we provide a safe space for women to grow. That is really what we do. We want relationships to grow, we want business to grow, and we want support systems. We are women that are working often on our own and we need support. Not everybody understands what we're doing. We may not have friends in our circle that also understand what we go through in a day with all of the hats. And so that support system, I think, is super helpful as well. Another question was if FemCity Albuquerque, so specific, so if somebody's listening to that, if they have virtual or in-person or just in-person events, I believe they have only in-person events. The question was around like being able to get transportation. My suggestion would be to put it maybe in your Facebook, like your Albuquerque Facebook group, see if anybody can ride share together. Some people live close together and they'll be like, hey, no, I'll pick you up and we'll go to the events together. Because I know Albuquerque does two events. One is on sort of one side of the city and one's on the other. So hopefully one's closer to you. And we had another question. Oh, is when you sign up to launch a city, is there a special pricing for you? No, there's not. It's the same as for others. And that's it for the questions that we had. And I wanted to say thank you everyone for joining today. And if you have any other questions, I should have a look and see if there's anything I've missed in the chat. Let's see. And if not, we will. Oh, then we just had the one question that I missed from Denise earlier. All right. So thanks everyone for joining us. We will send this out on recording as well. And please do reach out if you have any questions. We want you to be able to get the most out of your membership. And thanks for being here.
Thanks so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're very, very welcome. Have a fantastic day.
You too.
Bye.